The JRPG battle. These brief yet abundant moments are often accompanied by some of gaming's most recognizable and widely adored themes. Carefully crafted and composed, they are catchy by design, and even when paired with convoluted storylines full of jaw-dropping twists, they more often than not become the thin thread a gamer holds onto as he or she levels through the night. Each painstakingly gained level amounts to a whole lot more than just one play on a playlist. Now that's a whole lot riding on one tune, and many of them are great, but which of them is the best? We're counting down the top 10 JRPG battle themes. But first, we have to lay down some rules. Each entry has to be from a JRPG, where alternate music plays while in combat. They also have to be a standard battle theme. Sorry, no boss fight music. Lastly, one theme per franchise. Yes, boys and girls, there can only be one Final Fantasy battle theme on this list. Let's get on with it.
All battle systems are go.
We can all say what we will about Xenosaga's whack job of a storyline.
Garbage.
But this single fact still remains. A musical god composed this game. Yoshinori Mitsuda is practically a household name for RPG lovers, and you can bet your gill you'll hear more of his work on this list. Now, as for Xenosaga's battle theme, we'll admit, it's not instantly appealing with its foreboding intro and abrasive rhythms, but a hot android chick unloading a triple-barreled Gatling gun to the tune of a brilliantly scored violin piece does have a certain charm. The man responsible for some of the best music to come out of both the Shining and Star Ocean series, Motoi Sakuraba is no stranger to JRPG battle themes. But in the case of Golden Sun, Motoi knocked it out of the park. Even when working within the confines of the Game Boy Advance's limited sound capabilities, Motoi was able to compose a standout battle theme, complete with multi-layered harmonies and a dynamic drum track. Unfortunately, due to the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy SP's lack of a dedicated headphone jack, many of us wouldn't realize the intricacies of Golden Sun's battle theme. A half-inch speaker could never do it justice. The Pokemon Trainer battle theme. It accompanied gamers in either their moment of glory or total playground humiliation. Junichi Masuda's iconic composition was not only heard during battles with bug catchers, youngsters, and the one idiot who for some reason had 6 Magikarps, but it also set the tone for the many link cable battles that would precede schoolyard fights, arguments, and rematches. By the first time players stepped foot in Pallet Town, the Game Boy sound chip was already 7 years old. Despite this, it was super effective, delivering a battle theme worthy of all those who tried to be the very best, like no one ever was. From the start of the bass line to the drum fill before the soaring synthesizer, Chrono Trigger's battle theme seemed to be something comparable to the ones found in Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. However, it's when Yoshinori Matsuda's musical ideas come together in an instrumental chorus comprising of the continuing bass motif and 3 layers of harmonizing synthesizers that Chrono Trigger's battle theme becomes a standout composition. Chrono Trigger is a unique experience about time that takes to many different places with many different themes, yet its battle music never changes once, fitting within every era of the game's story, from 65 million years in the past until the end of time. The timeless nature of Chrono Trigger's setting is only matched by the timeless nature of its battle theme. Believe it or not, this image of Kyle's bare naked ass is not the best part of Lunar Silver Star's story. But it's only second to the game's beautifully composed soundtrack, of which its battle theme in particular stands out. Lunar the Silver Star's original debut on Sega CD also boasted a fantastic battle theme, Unfortunately, due to copyright reasons, the game's encounter music, and rest of the game's soundtrack for that matter, could not be used for the Saturn and PlayStation remakes.
My glorious rule can only begin with your enslavement.
This must have been soul-crushing for the composer, Noriyuki Iwadari. However, he did not resort to phoning it in. Instead, we got a much more dynamic battle theme, really showing us how much he had refined his unique style combining both synthesizers and guitar in the subsequent years between the two releases. When life gives you lemons, just compose an even better battle theme. Previous to writing the insanely catchy opening to Attack on Titan, Revo was responsible for composing the soundtrack to a new Jrpg series, and you best believe, its battle theme is awesome by default. Revo and his band Linked Horizon have made quite a name for themselves, combining the grandiose sound of orchestral music with their certain brand of progressive rock. The distorted guitars fill out the rhythm section of Bravely Default's battle theme, while the horns produce a melody that'll have you turning up both the volume and the encounter rate. Sure, this theme might be the most repetitive on our list, with the same motif being churned out over and over, only varying in tempo. However, this isn't a bad thing, as it fits perfectly with Bravely Default's short but sweet battles. Koichi Sugiyama made shockwaves when he accepted Enix's invitation to compose the music for Dragon Quest. Since 1986, Sugiyama has composed a string of remarkable battle themes for the grandfather of JRPGs. However, thanks to hardware limitations, the grandiose nature of Sugiyama's battle themes were always regulated to arranged soundtracks and were never fully realized in a game until the release of Dragon Quest VIII. This theme, fittingly titled Warcry, captures all the tones needed to flesh out the clashing of swords and sorcery in a fantasy setting. Blaring sound of the brass, the bombastic drums, every nuance of the Tokyo Metropolitan Symphony Orchestra is expressed in the sound direction. Every battle feels as if it is accompanied by Sugiyama and his orchestra, making this a Dragon Quest worth taking.
Three enemies, but they're too slow.
Persona series has always had style. Its portrayal of life as a high schooler in Japan, combined with the misfortune of the occult rearing its ugly head, gave the series a certain charm when compared to its contemporaries. It took a while, but by Persona 4, longtime series composer Shoji Meguro was fully embracing Persona's unique setting, throwing out the industrial sound belonging to the battle themes of the first two games, and composing tracks that truly stood out when compared to other JRPGs. Meguro would be damned if the Gakusei of Yasogami High had to throw down to anything other than the raw sound of his J-Rock influenced battle theme, Reach Out to the Truth. This battle theme's garage band feel, with accompaniment from Shihoko Harada's edgy vocals, made skipping out on dates with Chie and Rise in favor of level grinding almost worth it. Almost.
Strike! Purple lightning! Take that! And that! Yeah! Ha!
Grania 2 is praised for its chaotic yet deep battles, but it's all brought to life by one hell of a battle theme.
Searing fire! Cleansing flame!
Rapid-paced encounters complete with devastating combos, flashy spells, annoying voice acting,
Here goes my impact bomb.
meshed perfectly with Noriyuki Iwadari's second showing on this list. There is something about Iwadari's use of guitar and synthesizers. It's a unique and unmatched sound. The synth makes this theme elegant where need be, yet the squealing guitar is aggressive enough to match the chaos on screen. Iwadari cut his teeth composing countless other battle themes for titles like Lunar 1, 2, and the original Grandia. But Grandia 2 is by far his best work, but his masterpiece is still only number 2 on this list. Nobuo Uematsu's Man with the Machine Gun. It's so good, it could probably get Squall dancing faster than Renoa in a skimpy white dress. Love or hate Final Fantasy VIII, if you played it upon release, chances are you've had this battle theme stuck in your head since 1999. We're at a loss for words here. To be honest, we really don't know what makes this song so damn catchy. Maybe it's Uematsu's signature use of harmonizing keyboards, or the familiar sound of the thumping bass. We're just not sure. Regardless, we love this battle theme more than Selphie loves trains. There you have it, our top 10 JRPG battle themes. But our word isn't final. Did a personal favorite of yours miss the list? Do you feel we disregarded Motoi Sakuraba's work on the Tales series, or snubbed one of the many other Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest battle themes? Don't fret, let us know in the comments below what battle theme you think should have made the list. Give us a couple hundred words explaining why your pick is so great, and we may feature it in an upcoming video. Until our next random encounter, like, share, and subscribe.